All right, what's up, squad? Today I'm going to be telling a story from a short film me and my friends made. And so, all you need to know about my character is that he's in a crime ring and they're all sharing stories about jobs they've been on. All right. So, with that being said, let me tell you about the Buffalo job. All right. The Buffalo shakedown, Buffalo job, whatever you want to call it. I know Boss loves bringing it up, but y'all never heard it from somebody who's actually there. So, shut your mouths, open your ears, and listen up. Okay. So, it was just like any other job. Boss had his passion, this businessman type guy. He owed money. I don't really get into that type of stuff. So, we're just doing what we got to do. Typical job. So, we go up to Buffalo, right? Not Boston. That's a different job. We drive up to Buffalo and we wait outside his job. We're watching him, waiting for him to get out of work. Boom. He gets out of work, drives home. We follow him home, but not too close. Can't make the spot hot. But we follow him home. And this time, we got costumes because I know you remember last time, Jackie. We didn't have costumes. It didn't go so well. So boss sent me and Stu with costumes this time. And for some reason, we're contractors. And at first, I thought that was kind of crazy. But then I was like, wait, boss might be a fucking genius because if a contractor knocks at my door for any reason, I'm probably going to want to let him in because, like, maybe he knows something I don't know, especially in an apartment building. I mean, maybe the landlord let us in. So I was like, he's a genius. But anywho, we walk up the flight of steps to get to this man's apartment, knock on his door, nothing. I'm like, okay, we just saw you come home, pal. I know you're home, but I get it. One knock at the door sometimes, I think I'm hearing something, or sometimes, you just don't want to be bothered. This isn't one of those types of days, pal. So I knock again, nothing. Okay, now you're getting disrespectful. I'm getting a little frustrated, but Stu, I mean, this guy, he's a bull in a china shop. I mean, he wants to knock down everything. So he's over here like, yo, let's just knock it over. Let's knock it over. I'm like, yo, relax. You want to cause a scene. So I knock one more time, nothing. So now Stu's like I told you so. He's riled up. I'm holding him back. I got his nape in my one hand, got a toolbox in the other hand, and that's when it hits me. We're contractors. I have a toolbox. So I reach into my toolbox, get a little Phillips head, put it in between the door and the lock. Jimmy, it is open. Okay, so now we're breaking and entering. So now I'm a little on my toes. I'm looking around, and to my right, I see Buddy stretched out on the couch. I'm talking his legs is crossed, hands in the air, drool coming out of his mouth, his feet are on the ground. I'm like, this guy looks a mess. I mean, it's a puddle of drool he could swim in if he turned his head. But that's besides the point. So now we're over here shaking him, getting pots from the kitchen, putting them together, throwing water on him. Nothing's working. And so now we're stressed. We can't get anything out of pal. We already not broke down his door, but we broke in. So now we already committed one crime and he looks dead. And so I'm stressing, trying to think, what are we going to do? How are we going to wake him up? And out the corner of my eye, I shit you not, out the corner of my eye, the door opens. My heart is in my ass now. And I look at Stu, he looks at me. I look at the door, guess who it is? His wife, his goddamn wife, I swear. And so now I'm thinking, what am I gonna do? Wet his wife? I'm gonna ice his wife? I've never put my hands on a woman or a child that I wasn't starting that day. All right, so now I'm trying to calm her down. She's losing her mind, screaming. Somehow he's not waking up from any of this. So now I know he's off some sort of quaalude or something. He's a rock. So I'm trying to calm her down, and I see Stu over here thinking about something. Like I told you, Stu, he likes to think with these. He doesn't think with this often. And so I'm like, this can't be good. He's a real quiet dude, so I'm not too nervous, but it looks like he wants to say something because he's looking at the wife, but I'm trying to calm her down and wake him up. Then he looks at me. Then he looks back at the wife. So now I know he's about to say something, but before I can even stop him, this man Stu says, "Excuse me." The wife turns her head. She says, "Yes." This man Stu says, "I know you're stressing out, but we're only contractors, not doctors." So now she gets livid. I mean, she's screaming in our faces, "Who are you? What are you doing here? How did you get in?" I'm trying to tell her, "Hey, excuse me, man, we're contractors. The landlord let us in, yada, yada, yada." She's screaming in our faces. Stu now, he's getting anxious. I know he might do something foul. So I'm like, we got to get out of here. I mean, this guy's a lost cause. So she says, "Get out." I'm like, thank the Lord. I grab him. We run out. We leave. And that was the goddamn Buffalo job. I mean, I learned 3 things for sure that day, all right? Never, ever let Stu talk on a job. 2, just bust down the door. And 3, I'm never, ever going to Buffalo again, I'll tell you that. And that's the Buffalo shakedown job, boys. Thank you very much.